So we will be doing a close reading lesson. So our learning goal for this lesson is I can refer to details and examples in a text when explaining what the text says explicitly and when drawing inferences from the text. So that kind of deals with close reading. And we're also going to look at word identification. So for that, the goal is to determine or clarify the meaning of unknown and multiple meaning words and phrases. So we'll talk a little bit more about what a close read deals with, and as well as context clues. Next, what is close reading? So close reading, this is something where we break down, we read something, we reread it to get a better understanding. So in the first read, it's more so of just gathering an understanding for it. So you look at what's the main idea, what jumps out at you through the text, like what's interesting, what's something that you remembered, and what questions kind of popped up in your mind when reading. So in the second read, you dig a little deeper, and that we look at text structures and text features. Text structures are kind of more so what information is being relayed, what the author wants you to know, and the text features kind of help you to understand. We can look at the author's purpose, like what's their reasoning for what they wrote. And how does the author feel about the subject? What did the author use? Different words they use and phrases, and all of that good stuff. And then for the third read, you put it all together and you pull all those things that you were looking for and make it all make sense, basically. You look at the key points, how it relates to you, and yeah, so that's basically kind of what a close read is. So do we all get that kind of? Yeah. Okay.
You guys have heard of close reads before too, haven't you?
I haven't. This is my first time.
Awesome. Sebastian and LJ, have you heard of close reads?
No.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad that I can, maybe I can refresh your memory a little bit on it.
That's awesome. All right.
Okay, so this is about context clues. So it's a little video that I kind of explain it a little bit, and then we can go further into detail about it.
Boom! Ah! Sorry, Josh. I couldn't help myself. Josh, that can is all shaken up. It's ready to rupture, and I will not clean up your mess. Ah! I just told you it was ready to rupture. Yeah, but I don't know what that word means. Well, didn't you hear the clues in what I was saying? I told you it was all shaken up. It would probably make a big mess. Those clues should have let you know that rupture means explode. Yeah, well, I guess that means you're not going to help me clean this up. You're getting smarter all the time, aren't you, little brother?
All right, we're back.
So did that video kind of give you all an understanding of context clues a little bit? It's basically, using keys and clues to figure out the meaning of an unknown word by using the different clues around it. So if I were to say it's scorching outside, I'm sweating so badly, by using context clues, you could figure out that scorching may mean hot or, something like that. So thank you guys.
You want them to put another word in there that might mean scorching?
We can.
Put a
So
word
if
in
you're
the chat.
scorching, you think of another word for that could give meaning to scorching. Serve as the same meaning. You have an answer, Sophia? Anyone think of another word that relates to that is like scorching? Okay. You can chime out, Sebastian.
Sorry, I don't know what scorching means. I thought you meant rupture.
Rupture.
And so I was.
You know what that works as
Same
well. You get the gist of it. So with scorching, I can do the sentence again, and maybe you can help me. So it's scorching outside. I'm sweating so badly.
Oh, scorching means like it's really hot outside.
There you go. Yeah. Sophia, did you want to chime in?
Yeah. Maybe scorching. I don't know if I'm saying the word right.
It's okay. You are.
Scorching means from the context clues like really, really hot. Like maybe 100 degrees outside.
Or maybe even hotter,
And,
yeah.
And maybe even hotter, and you need to go to a pool to cool down.
I agree. All right, so that's you guys are using context clues, so good job. Okay, so this is a passage for our close reading. So it's just a little passage, and it comes with a few questions. So I will read, and then we can read together afterwards. So this is insects for dinner.
Miss Bush, I'll
Imagine
remind them real quick. Sorry to interrupt. If they need to make it bigger, they can hit the plus sign on their screen, and you can make it bigger. Just a little tip.
Okay, thank you. I think I'm gonna make mine bigger.
I've done this before. I didn't know that this was close reading.
Yeah.
See, and I even said I hope I can refresh your memory.
There you go.
Alrighty, insects for dinner. Imagine eating a plate full of crickets for dinner with chocolate-covered ants for dessert. It might not sound too appetizing to you, but around 2 billion people worldwide eat insects regularly as a part of their diet. Eating insects is called it's called entomophagy. And there are many good reasons to do it. First off, insects are really good for you. They are packed with protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. By weight, crickets and termites contain more protein than beef. Second, raising insects is less expensive and better for the earth than raising livestock. Insects take up much less space and need much less food and water than cows. Also, more parts of an insect is edible than a cow or a chicken. In addition, insects have a much shorter lifespan, so the time spent raising them is much less than other edible animals. Third, believe it or not, if prepared well, insects actually taste good. Many types of insects taste a little nutty, especially if they are roasted. Some kinds of bugs taste like bacon, while others may taste like fish or even fruit. Some insects, such as mealworms, don't have much of a taste at all and pick up the flavors of whatever they are cooked with. So what are you waiting for? Why not try a beetle today?
I'm not trying one. I'm never trying a bug. Not even if it's I need a cricket later.
Ew. LJ, what about you?
Miss Bush, would you eat a bug? I wouldn't.
Not willingly, no.
What about you, LJ? Are you going to eat a bug later?
I will never ever eat a bug.
He says no.
No. I'm never eating one. Gross.
Alright.
No.
Maybe it's good for other animals, but I'm not gonna eat it.
Honestly, just thinking about it, it actually makes me think that they taste like salt.
Well, I think that's kind of what they meant in the passage a little bit, but we'll look at that. Maybe we can find that section that talks about
I'm
how.
outside later.
Okay, so now we will reread. And are they able to annotate or like highlight? Okay, so I want you guys to, if you can, we can silent read or look and see if you can find some words that you're unfamiliar with. So I can read the first paragraph, and if you can underline or highlight a word that you're unfamiliar with?
We don't have annotating.
Oh. You don't? Okay. They could put it in the chat, or you could write on it for them.
Okay.
You could put them in the chat then.
Okay. So imagine eating a plate full of crickets for dinner with your chocolate-covered ants for dessert. It might not sound too appetizing to you, but around 2 billion people worldwide eat insects regularly as a part of their diet. Eating insects is called entomophagy, and there are many good reasons to do it. Are there any unfamiliar words in that passage? Yeah. That was an unfamiliar word to me as well when I first looked at it.
Go ahead, Sebastian. I think he had one.
Okay.
Entomology.
Yeah, entomophagy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so using context clues, if we look at this sentence, someone want to read it starting at eating insects? Okay, Sophia, you want to give it a try?
Eating insects is called entomophagy.
Good.
And there's many good reasons to do it. First off, insects are really good for you. They are packed with protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. By weight, crickets and termites contain more protein than beef.
Okay. So if we go back up to the sentence that's underlined, then we can, in our passage, the first question, it says, what is entomophagy? So looking at the underlined sentence, who can tell me what the answer to that question is? Using our context clues, it says eating insects is called entomophagy, and there are many good reasons to do it. So if we look at number 1, it says, what is entomophagy? Sebastian, you want to give it a try?
Entomology just means eating bugs. Or a person that eats bugs.
Good. Using those context clues. Sophia, do you want to chime in?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I'm just going to try that. Entomophagy. I'm not going to pronounce it.
No, you're doing well.
Is probably like another word for eating insects.
Correct. It's using those context clues. Good. So now we can look at the next question. Give 3 reasons why raising insects is better than raising livestock. So we can start with the paragraph after where Sophia left off with second. Anybody want to read? You want to read again, Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can read and I can give one reason because I have one. One of the reasons is first off, insects are really good for you. And so second, raising insects is less expensive. Oh, that's the second reason. And better for the earth than raising livestock. Insects take up much less space and need much less food and water than cows. Also, more parts of insects is edible than cows or chicken. In adaptation, did I say that right? Adaptation, insects have much more shorter lifespan, so